I'm Alex. I'm the founder of Origin, and we're building modern business tools for tour operators. I want you to meet Brendan. He's from Western Spirit out in Moab, Utah, and they take people on multi-day mountain bike tours. That sounds pretty awesome, right? But when Brendan came to us, their booking process was not awesome. Anytime someone wanted a book, they had no option but to call or email, which set off a chain reaction of manual tasks like calling guides, sending invoices, reminders, and trying to keep track of everything so they didn't get overbooked. This process took them 30 minutes per booking, and it turns out they weren't the only tour operator struggling with this. So that's why we built Origin. Now, their customers can book directly on their website, and their team doesn't have to play phone tag because the process is completely automated. Instead of spending 30 minutes to process a booking, they got that down to 2, and they got this all installed on their existing website without coding. When they log into Origin, they can see their entire calendar, customer details, assign guides to trips, collect payments, and more all in one platform. The best part is that when a trip is full, Origin automatically updates their website to make sure they can't get overbooked. With Origin, Western Spirit saving 30 hours a week. They got time back they didn't even know they had, and they can focus on growing their business instead of just trying to keep up. When Brendan was searching for a solution, he found that the only other options were over 10 years old, they were clunky, and designed to sell tickets for museums or other attractions. Even large marketplaces like Airbnb can't help because they don't offer software for businesses. Origin made it easy for them to start because it didn't cost them anything up front or increase their overhead. Origin makes money from a 5% fee on every booking that customers pay, while the business just pays for payment processing. This means that we'll make around $60K per year from Western Spirit, and we have a 5-year contract. There are around 10,000 businesses this size in the US. In the total market, there are over 300,000 businesses, and they generate over $49 billion in total gross bookings a year, again, just in the US. Over 60% of the industry is still processing bookings on pen and paper, though, which means $30 billion is just totally stuck offline. This industry is big enough that we can become an $100 million business without getting a customer to switch from a competitor, but they are anyways. To reach this goal, we need a 4% market share or 15,000 users. Later in Q2, we'll launch our first add-on marketing features to introduce recurring revenue, and this is the first step in Origin becoming a full funnel platform. To get the word out, we've been building distribution channels with organizations that offer direct access to our ideal customers. We're also focused on content marketing and building an awesome self-serve product so we can focus our time on those larger contract value customers. Origin's live, and we've been building our product with a small group of users to solve all the major use cases before a full go-to-market push. In 2022, we made 101K in revenue. February, we made over 14K in revenue, and we started onboarding over 50K of new revenue that'll be live before the summer. While we work with companies like Western Spirit, we also work with companies that offer things like history and architecture tours, fishing charters, rock climbing, kelp foraging, and even backcountry skiing like you see here. This is the team building it. We're obsessed with this industry and solving its longstanding problems. Again, my name is Alex. I'm the founder of Origin. We're building modern business tools for tour operators. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Alex. Scott, you're up next, please. Question for Alex. Nope, did we lose you? All right, we'll go on over to Sim.
I think you're just on mute, Scott.
Oh, you're on mute, Scott. There you go. Sorry,
Sorry
I was
about
looking
that.
for you.
Alex, nice presentation. How do you do the demand side? How do you find your customers? And also, how do you do customer service? Because this is an SMB focused business, and that can often be a challenge.
All right, terrific. Thanks, Scott. Sim.
Can you talk more about the competitive landscape? Who else is out there?
All right, great. Back around the horn to you, Atin.
Alex, I'm all about origin stories, pun intended. So tell me about how you came up with the idea in the first place. What hit you on the head?
All right, great. Let's grab one more. Jay.
How do you differentiate from some of the competition out there, and what makes you win versus them?
All right, wonderful. You have 2 minutes for those terrific questions, Alex.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. So I'll start off with the story. So I've spent pretty much my entire life on the customer side of this industry. I grew up in the Bay Area, grew up going to Tahoe for mountain biking and skiing, Santa Cruz for surfing and mountain biking and all of that. So I've really been on the customer side of this experience. It brought me out to Colorado for college. While I was in college, I traveled around to all the different mountain towns, tried to find things to book and things to do. And the experience was always horrible. I didn't really think anything of it as a college freshman, but as I was going through business school, I realized hey, this could be a really awesome opportunity for a case study for an industry. I went back to those same operators who I looked at years prior. They were in the exact same position. I realized that none of the software advancements that are happening in any other industry were making it to these tour operators, and was dedicated to figuring out the reason for that and to help these businesses out, because it's something I'm so passionate about. In terms of the demand side, the customer service, and having SMBs as customers, you're totally right. Our customers are primarily small to medium-sized businesses. They're often owner operators. The owner is sometimes the guide that's out there in the field going on trips. So, our goal is to really have the most easy to use platform as possible, and to have as many help articles and resources as possible to help these users sort of answer their own questions without having to rely on us as support. So that kind of gets us into the competitive differentiation, where all the incumbents in the space are literally from 10 years ago. Some of them haven't even updated their website in over 5 years. They have screenshots from 2017 on there. Their products are so hard to use and so clunky that anytime a customer wants to change anything, they have to call into support. It's really inefficient. And that same thing can be said about sort of the entire sales motion of those companies, where they have to be sort of sales driven, even to sell it, even though they're selling to SMBs, which is not efficient. So we want to flip that around, go bottom up, and have an easy to use product. So I'm out of time, but thank you so much.